Yes, respected youngsters, welcome you all. Congratulations for being here every day to spend an hour or so to do our six topics. Of all, the purpose is to empower us with the authentic scriptural knowledge to take right decisions with right thinking regarding our life and its goals and achievements, as well as how to face the inevitables, etc. I'm sure those who are regular definitely catching some Siddhanta knowledge theoretical, and no theory has helped anyone, including me or anyone, unless it is practiced. Here we are here to give you the theoretical knowledge with a scriptural authority, logic, and try to give you the chance for you to think and understand and get convinced. Thereafter, following this knowledge and being blessed with success always is in your hands, right? In today's six things, we will do our common sense thought, our sankalpa, the Sahanavautu mantra, Vedic chanting, Rigveda, Tritiya Mandalam, Bhagavad Gita, the 25th shloka of 18th chapter. Before that, once more we'll go through what is Tamasika karma, then what is who is Rajasika Sattvic Karta. Today we'll see. Then tomorrow the Rajasic and then Tamasic Kartas. Then Buddhi and Dhruti also are of three types depending on three gunas. Friends, then we'll have our Tulsi Ramayana, Hanumanji giving answer to Sri Rama's query regarding Sitaji's situation, position, as well as her words of Sandesha, her request, etc. Very heart touching, very beautiful, very emotional. How we, as a seekers of success, devotee of God, wanting protection from Him, how we have to be humble, we have to be prayerful, we have to be egoless. From Mother Sitaji's Sandesha, we can learn these things. Right? Now let us begin. The first thing, the common sense thought for the day is Narayana. Today's common sense thought is seven things. First thing is, what is the meaning of falling? Okay, patana क्या होता है? As a human beings, all from spiritual standpoint. Second is how that falling happens. पतन क्यों होता है? Third, who is the responsible person for that patana falling down? Three questions. What's falling? How falling? Who is the cause? Same way, the opposite. Three questions. What is the meaning of rising? Utthana, urdhvagamana, uddharana. Very many words are used. So, what is the meaning of rising? One you know, the other you already know it. इसका opposite वो है, उसका opposite ये है. Then, how this uddharana happens, how this rising happens. And obviously, who is the cause for this uddharana? And then, are there any helping factors? That's it. Seven things, so simple, and you all are wise people. By the time I told you the topics, you already understood everything. Such intelligent, wise youngsters you are. कोई डाउट है उसमें क्या? एवरीडे यही क्लेम करते हो ना? सबको बोलते हुए यार एक्सेप्ट करो मैं इंटेलिजेंट हूँ. So you are definitely intelligent. So one by one, from the spiritual standpoint, we are answering. Okay, spiritual standpoint, not from the other standpoints. From other standpoints, the meanings, definitions, explanations may vary, may change. But हम तो पहले क्लियर कर रहे हैं from आध्यात्मिक दृष्टिकोण. Okay, so the fallings. What is a fall? Okay, three things we can talk about as fall is one, when we are totally 100% extroverted itself. Bahirmukha. All our drushti, all our sankalpa, all our karma, everything when it is totally bahirmukha, extroverted only. we have fallen. First meaning of falling. Second meaning of falling is what? When we live our life absolutely from the sthula drushti, the grossest, most grossest things. This is the second meaning of falling. So bahir drushti, sthulata is second falling. Third falling is when we are slaves to all our upadhis. है ना, पूरी तरह सारे उपाधियों के हम गुलाम. Fourth is even those in those upadhis, though we are in general slaves to all, but most of the time, maximum, living at a slavery to the gross upadhis. This is the fourth meaning of falling. So, bahirmukhata, extrovertedness, sthulata, grossness, upadhi, slavery to the faculties, third one, in that also, slavery to the grossest upadhi, the body. This is called total falling of a human. I mean, he cannot fall further now. Your further fall is only next level, that is going to the animalistic level, that is anyway guaranteed for him in the next life because he has fallen and proved that doesn't deserve the human life. तो ये हो गया. Why do you call as fallen means because when we are slaves to upadhi, when we are slave to the gross upadhi, when our life is only in seeking the grosser things, that too about the outer things, all of that is a terrible life of so many of desires, so many of wants, etc. And these desires, wants cannot be fulfilled continuously in a correct, righteous manner. But the desires, wants are so strong. Therefore, to fulfill them, slowly we enter into the unrighteous dharmic marga, the sinful life, papa. When we start living life of sin and adharma, papa and definitely we are fallen down, no? Already fallen. As a kriya or karma we are doing, other and papa, it's a question of dying only. Immediately after that, Hisab Kitab Dekhe, this Jiva, though you given a human life, has lived such an animalistic life. Therefore, please first send him to Naraka. Let him be given all punishments. Then send him to the lower world of animals, etc. So, human being can this way fall to the Naraka, fall to the other lower lives also. These are the four ways. Okay? Bahirmukhata, Stulata, Upadhi, slavery, that also Stula. Now the thing, second thing is how and why this falling happens. Only three things. How and why. First is we are ignorant. Ajnanam. Second is we are deluded. Moha, confusion. Therefore, our wrong thinkings, wrong decisions, wrong actions. Wrong thinkings, wrong decision, wrong actions are one set. That's the cause of that is delusion. Cause of that ignorance. Is ignorance. These are the reasons because of which we fall. So what is fall? How is fall? We have told. Now the third question is more crucial. Who is responsible for the fall? Think about it. Are my parents responsible for my falling? Are my neighbors? Or the nature? Or the government? Or the God? Or anybody? Nobody can be the cause. Because we are human beings. We are given the free will. Therefore, after once the free will freedom is given, like when the father gave 1,000 rupees to you, gave you freedom, and what do you do with that money? How can the father is the cause? Whether you do good or bad with it, it is you now. His job ended when he, out of love, gave you that 1,000 rupees bucket money. In the same way, that time or as long as we don't recognize that we are falling or fallen, or we recognized but we give the reasons somebody outside something else. So far, still we are fallen only. We are wrong. And that day, when we understand and accept the fact that each one of us are ourselves cause for our own falling, we are little becoming wiser. It is correct. मैं ही मेरा पतन का कारण हूं. जो बंदा रियलाइज करता है ना, रियली लकी फेलो, इंटेलिजेंट फेलो. Absolutely correct. Now, the opposite of this also equally true, which I need not explain to you one by one. Therefore, the opposite three questions: what is then rising? What is the evolving? What is progressing? What is growing? What is the uddharana? Na, instead of adhopatana, urdhva uddharana. What is it? Exactly the three opposite things. Instead of the extroverted bahirmukha, when we become introverted antarmukha, that is called as rising. So too, the sthula jivana is called the patana. The more we are living sukshma, the subtler ones, that is called as rising. है ना? Grass is what like a sweet. I only ate it. That is sweet. I enjoyed it. But when I share it, not total thing given up, little of it you shared with others. They enjoyed that. Thanked you. You have enjoyed that gesture. And whenever you remember it, you feel happy थी कि मैंने उसको दिया, वो खाकर मुझे thank you बोला. That's called subtler life. So I only consuming gross things is grosser life. When I mind others' emotions, needs, cater to it, called as subtler life. Hmm. Everywhere there is a way of living at gross and subtler level. Subtle. Gross is you only serve food yourself eating. Subtle is you serve to mother first, father, then you take. You are also eating, but giving them first. इस तरह से. Everywhere you can apply it. Third thing, what is rising therefore is, here falling is slavery to the upadhi. Therefore here rising is mastery over of all our upadhis. The shariras, the indriya, the prana, the mana, the buddhi. And in that also again fourth one, when we are rising, we are living life. Not at the gross upadhi, but at the subtler upadhi. Subtlest is buddhi. So where the buddhi is engaged in always trying to have either worldly knowledge or spiritual knowledge, authentic, and then living life accordingly only. That is called as the evolution at the buddhi level. Fall, it's a rising. Clear? So what is fallen life? What is risen life? We have seen both of them. Then same way, what is the cause of falling? We saw they were rising also same. So the fall is caused by the ignorance. Therefore, rising caused by the jnanam, knowledge. Falling was caused by the confusion, the moha. The rising is caused by the clarity, born out of the wisdom or knowledge. Falling has happened because of wrong thinking, wrong decision, wrong action. So the rising happens with right thinking, right decision, right action. As simple as that. Now, the most crucial is the next one. Who was the call for falling? Cause for the falling, sorry. Who was the cause for the falling? It was he, me only. Now, therefore, the question is who will be the main cause for rising also, for evolving also, for improving also, for growing also, for the Utthana also, Urdhvagati also, Uddharana also? The answer is me. And that day, when we realize and accept that I can be the main and only cause for my own development. And then, totally, I take that responsibility. I tell you, it's a new birth, it's a beginning of evolution. Till that time happens, we are the cause for our own falling down and destruction. राइज नहीं कर रहे हो तो fall करते जाओगे. Now imagine a person who has this way took the responsibility of his own rising, total transformation in his life's attitudes, intentions, plannings, executions, total day schedule. है ना? Like you want to just be a, let us say, a good student, getting high marks in your subjects if you are a student, or you want to get a job, or already working, you want to excel in it. That's called your rising in your goal. Then will we not reduce your sleeping hours? Will you not reduce your wasting time and mind in your nonsense called as TV and all that third class things? You have to do it. If you don't metamorphosize your total day's schedule, which was earlier in such a manner, was causing the falling, to a positive one, which helps in rising, then your dream that I have to work hard to evolve remains as a dream only. And it is in your hands only. You have to say, I was sleeping at 2 o'clock in night like buffalo. Therefore, till night I was not getting up. Again, same buffalo. So from today I'll sleep by 9:30, 10. From tomorrow I'll get up by 4, 4:30. Because I was getting at 9, 9:30, I was never cared about my health of exercise, jogging and all. From tomorrow I'm going to do. Every day I was spending 4 5 hours in this media and nonsense. I will not waste even a day, even a minute from today. No, this transformation, the one who brings in his day schedule, the planned or desired evolution, Uddharana, it shall happen to him. Not even God can stop. If one is not that way committed, not even God can help. Always the freedom is yours. The Guru is there to guide if you take it. Shastras are there to guide if you take it. Lord already has blessed you. Whether deserve or not, the human life, good parents, born in India to in the Bharat Mata, Sanatana Dharma, और क्या चाहिए हमको? Proper food, everything we are getting. What God, Guru, Shastra can do, they have done. Isn't it? Now, taking their help, planning our schedule, totally transforming ourselves for the higher and higher rising, I have to do it. Whether whichever the profession you are, isn't it? In the spirituality also same. The one wants to rise in spiritual life, he'll have to reschedule his whole day and stick to it at all costs and prices. Definitely will evolve. But किसके हाथ में है? मेरे हाथ. Therefore, the whole life is take the help of Guru, God and Shastra. Decide for yourself to evolve, not fall down. Take total responsibility for that. And for that, have the jnanam, have the clarity, take correct thinkings, do it, take correct decisions, correctly act it, and go on growing. If this is you are not doing, jnana replaced by ajnana, clarity replaced by the moha, right thinking, decision, action replaced by wrong thinking, wrong decision, wrong action. So instead of evolving, we fall down by our own effort. Total choice is yours. And when we accept it and willingly, joyfully, with full enthusiasm, without self confidence, self pride, when we do the positive way, definitely we can rise. And that rise is in your learning languages, your developing skills, in your own academics, your own profession, your own whatever you want to get through your schools, colleges, or jobs through interviews. कुछ भी कहो यार, ये बेसिक प्रिंसिपल है. तुम जहां भी इसको अप्लाई करना चाहते हो, you can succeed. Whether in your social status, in your domestic family activities, with in your friend circle, in your family circle, relatives, wherever you want to fall, you have the techniques. You know, you write a book. But how to rise? These are the ways. And spiritually also. To rise it, same things, they are there. But it is in our hands. Thank you. Om Brahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharibhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrehena Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodhena Asmin Kshane Eva Kaivalya Moksha Praptyartham Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Santavangmayokta Sadhya Sadhana Anubhava Siddhyartham Tatrokta Rishimuni Guru Devata दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणाम पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणाम विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्यादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवादीनां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद् देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृदेश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणं वेद पारायणं श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अष्टादशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणमध्ययनं श्रीरामचरितमानसान्तर्गत श्री सुंदरकांड अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे सकल विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं जन्म साफल्यार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं सनातन धर्मार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं च करिष्यामहे. Good sankalpa every day we are doing for both of us and also for the entire universe. Done. Now let us do our everyday Shanti mantra. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we have done Shanti Mantra also. Now spend 8 to 10 minutes in Vedic chanting, then Geetha Adhyanam, then Tulasi Ramayana Adhyanam. In Vedic chanting, we are doing Rigveda Tritiya Mandalam. Today we will do from the 42nd Anuvaka onwards. How many mantras are there in? Let us see. 42nd we have 9, 43rd we have 8, 44th we have 5. 9, 8, 17, 5, 22. Then 45th we have 5. So 27. 46th में 5. So 32. So up to 46th we can do. 10 minutes लगेगा. So 42 to 46. Om अथ वेदपारायणं ऋग्वेदः अथ तृतीयमण्डलं द्विचत्वारिंशत्तम अनुवाकात् आरभ्य. ओम श्रीवेदमात्रे नमः. ऋषिभ्यो नमः. ओम उवनस्सुतम गहि सोममिन्द्रगवाशिरं हरिभ्यां यस्ते अस्मयुः तमिन्द्रमदमागहि बर्हिष्ठाङ्ग्रावभिः सुतं कुविन्वस्य तृप्नवः इन्द्रमित्था गिरो मामा ममाच्छागुरिषिता इतः आवृते सोमपीतये इन्द्रं सोमस्य पीतये स्तोमैरिह हवामहे उक्तेभिः कुविदागमत् इन्द्रः सोमासुता इमे तान् ददिश्व शतक्रतो जठरे वाजिनीवसो विद्वाहित्वा धनञ्जयं वाजेषु ददृशङ्कमे अधाते सुम्नमिमीमहे इममिन्द्रगवाशिरं यवाशिरं च नः पिब आगत्या वृषभिः सुतं तुभ्येदिन्द्रस्व ओक्ये सोमं चोदामि पीतये एषरारन्तु ते हृदि त्वां सुतस्य पीतये प्रत्नमिन्द्र हवामहे कुशिकासो अवस्यवः. 43. आयाह्यर्वाजुपवन्धुरेष्टास्तवेदनु प्रतिभ सोमपेयं प्रियासखाया विमुचोप बर्हिस्त्वामिमे हव्यवाहो हवन्ते आयाहि पूर्वेरतिचर्षणीरा अर्य आशिष उपनो हरिभ्याम इमा हि त्वामतय स्तोमतष्टा इन्द्र हवन्ते सख्यञ्जुषाणा ह आनो यज्ञं नमो वृधं सजोषा इन्द्र देवहरिभिर्याहितूयम् आं हित्वा मतिभिर्जुहोवैमि घृतप्रयाः सधमादे मधूनाम् आचत्वामेता वृषणा वहातो हरिसखाया सुदुरा स्वङ्गा दानावदिन्द्र सवनञ्जुषाण सखा सख्युः शृणवद्वन्दनानि कुविन्मा गोपाङ्करसेजनस्य कुविद्राजानं भगवन् रुचिषिन् कुविन्मऋषिं पपिवांसं सुतस्य कुविन्मे वस्वो अमृतस्य शिक्षाः आत्वा बृहन्तो हरयो युजान अर्वागिन्द्रसधमादो वहन्तो प्रयेद्विता दिवरुञ्जन्त्याताः सुसमृष्टासो वृषभस्य मूराः इन्द्रपिब वृषदूतस्य वृष्ण आयन्ते शेन उशते जभार यस्य मदे वयसि प्रकृष्टेर्यस्य मदे अपगोत्राववर्ध शुनं हुवेम मघवानमिन्द्रमस्मिन् भरे नृतमं वाजसातौ शृण्वन्तमुग्रमूतये समत्सुघ्नन्तं वृत्राणि सञ्जितं धनानाम् 44 अयन्ते अस्तु हर्यतः सोम आहरिभिः सुतः जुषाण इन्द्र हरिभिर्न आगह्या तिष्ठ हरितं रथं हर्यन्नुष समर्चय सूर्यं हर्यन्न रोचयः विद्वाश्चिकिता त्वानर्ह त्वान् हर्यस्व वर्धस इन्द्र विश्वा अविश्रियः द्यामिन्द्रो हरिधायसं पृथिवीं हरिवर्चस्वर्पसं अधारयद्धरितोर्भूरि भोजनं ययोरन्तर्हरिश्चरत् जज्ञानो हरितो वृषा विश्वमाभातिरोचनं हर्यश्वो हरितं दत्त आयुधमा वज्रं बाह्वोर्हरिम् इन्द्रो हर्यन्तमर्जुनं वज्रं शुक्रैरभिवृतम् अपावृणोद्धरिभिरद्रिभिः सुतमुद्गा हरिभिराजत् 45 आमन्द्रैरिन्द्रहरिभिर्याहि मयूररोमभिः मा त्वा केचिन्नियमन्विं न पाशिनोति धन्वेवता इह वृत्रकादो वलं रुज पुराञ्चर्मो अपामजः स्थाता रथस्य हर्योरभिस्वर इन्द्रो दृढाचिदारुजः गम्भीरा उदधीरिवक्रतुं पुष्यसिगा इव प्रसुगोपायवसन्धे नवो यथा हृदङ्कुल्या इवाशत आनस्तुजं रयिं भरां शम्न प्रतिजानते वृक्षं पक्वं फलमङ्कीव धूनुहिन्द्र सम्पारणं वसो स्वयुरिन्द्रस्वराडसे स्विस्मद्धिष्टः स्वयशस्तरः सवावृधान ओजसा पुरुष्टुतभवान शुश्रवस्तमः 46 युध्मस्य ते वृषभस्य स्वराज उग्रस्य यूनस्तविरस्य घृष्वेः अजोर्यतो वज्रिणो वीर्याणीन्द्रश्रुतस्य महतो महानी महाअसि महिषवृष्णे भिर्धनस्पृदुग्र सहमानो अन्यान् एको विश्वस्य भुवनस्य राजा स योधया च क्षयया च जनान् प्रमात्राभिरिरिचे रोचमान प्रदेवेभिर्विश्वतो अप्रतीतः प्रमङ्मना दिव इन्द्र पृथिव्याः प्रारोर्महो अन्तरिक्षात् रुचिषी उरुङ्गभीरं जनुष्याभ्युः ग्रं विश्वव्य च समवतिं वतं मतीनाम् इन्द्रं सोमासः प्रदिविसुतासः समुद्रन्न स्रवत आविशन्ति यं सोममिन्द्रपृथिवीद्या वा गर्भं न माता बिभृतस्त्वायातं ते हिन्वन्ति तमुते मृजन्त्यध्वर्यवो वृषभपातवा ओ yes 46 we have done om shanti shanti Bhagavad Gita. Let us study the once more tamasika karma, then the satvika karta. So jnanam कर्म च कर्ता च त्रिधा एव गुणभेदतः प्रोच्यते गुणसंख्याने यथावत् शृणु तानि अपि. ओ my dear Arjuna, ज्ञान Karma and Kartha, they are also of three types, depending on three gunas of Satvika, Rajasika, Tamasika. Know thoroughly them, avoid Tamasika, Rajasika, involve in the Satvika. So Satvik Jnanam, Rajasik Jnanam, Tamasik Jnanam, Visa. Satvik Jnanam is that in which we see one reality. Rajasika Jnanam is that in which we differentiate on the basis of superficial differences. And what is the Tamakasik Jnanam? In that one thing only we are attached to and give only value to it. कृत्स्नवद् एकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तमाहितुकम् अत्तात्वार्थमदल्पञ्च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्. Then we came to the Jnanam karma. What is Satvika karma? What is Rajasika karma? What is Tamasic karma? Satvik karma is that one in which the Niyata karma alone is done. Satvik karma is that in which Sangha is not there. Sattvic karma is that in which raga is not there. Sattvic karma is that in which desha is not there. Sattvic karma is that in which phala prapti is not expected. Then he will be getting the antakarana shuddhi, becoming fit for Paramatma prapti. What is Rajasika karma? Where terrible kamana and terrible ahankara. Therefore, the karmas are done with so much ayasa. These two things, phalapeksha and ahankara, one side, and the prayasa, the bahula ayasa, other side, they complement with each other. देखो, as we Narayana grow to become more and more spiritual, accordingly, the worldly desires should reduce. Therefore, worldly things have to possess. That ahankara also should reduce. Accordingly, the ayasa for the worldly things get reduced. Just for survival, what I need, I just do some work for it. I am happy. Imagine that person's calmness, quietness in the mind. All time energy is always with him, which he can use for his spiritual pursuit or not. सोच लो. But what do we do? Bahula ayas. Terrible activities we are in. For what? Lot of phalapranapti. And that we want to show off and we want to prove that we are greater than others. अहंकार. अब जो आयास भी नहीं करता है, जिसको फल प्राप्ति की इच्छा भी नहीं है, एंड वॉट एवर इज देयर विद दैट इज हैंड इज वाइड, दिस अदर एक्सट्रीम इज एन एक्सट्रीमली लेजी फेलो. What we talked about the positive person who is growing spiritually, therefore he doesn't want anything outside, therefore his ahankara, it is kartrutva is less. Also a positive extreme. The negative extreme is what? A human being, a buffalo who has entered just now the human body. Paramatamasic, that fellow. वो कुछ पाने का इच्छा नहीं है, कुछ करने का इच्छा नहीं है, इसलिए करता भी नहीं हो. That's third class. We are not talking about it. Okay, so Rajasika Karta has Bahul Ayasa, Rajasika Karta has strong Ahankara, and he has got lot of Kama Ipsu, desire of so many things. So 10 businesses, 20 businesses, 18 hours per day, without holiday, continuously he is working for the Ahankara and for the outer Prapti, which are all temporary, which are all samsaric only, which are all delusory only. He doesn't know that. Therefore, he keeps all those ambitions, day in and day out he works, and he achieves all and tells others also, देखा मैंने इतना मेहनत किया, इतना काम किया मैंने, इतना मैंने पाया, देखो मेरा अंपायर इतना विस्तार हो गया. He talks, but he's all rajasic. Now, who is a tamasic karta? We have to study today. And also, then the sorry, karma, what we are talking. Then the kartas. What is सात्विक रासिक तामसिक कर्ता, वो भी हमें देखना है. So we are seeing so far the karma. The sattvic karma is that one, the rasic karma is this one, where is bahula ayasam is there, terrible ahankara is there, kamana is there. Such prompted karma is rajasic. What is tamasic karma? Please note it. One, it is anaveksha. It doesn't, in that karma in which this thinking has not gone regarding the consequence. Therefore, inadvertently, he involves in karma, which leads to the unexpected consequences of misery. So, four things we have to always observe. If these four are not observed, just like that we involve, then that karma is tamasic. And that has a cause. The cause is moha. Okay? There are two things: right thinking about every aspect of the action and correctly understood, and you do it. It doesn't fall in tamasic action. But the thinking has not at all gone into out of some delusion because of asanas, some delusion because of mind's projection, some delusion without clarity because somebody told me. Then I have not taken into account the consequences. Such action is tamasic karma. So, what are the four things we have to see? Anubandham, Kshayam, Himsam, Paurusham. Anubandham, Kshayam, Himsam, Paurusham. Anubandha is general consequence. Kshaya is the Shakti Kshaya, the Dhana Kshaya, the investment Kshaya, etc. Himsa, in that there is Himsa to oneself, there is a Himsa to others also. Then not knowing the one's own Paurusha, one's own ability capacity. And an example, I don't know how much you'll be able to catch. A South Indian chameleon or Keralite और एक कर्नाटक करने वाला chameleon, Keralite, Karnataka or Andhra, कोई भी हो, South Indian. So they are in the different atmosphere of temperatures, hot, hot or hottest. They don't know much of the cold. Now, without proper planning or thinking or preparation, if any one of these fellows want to climb the Mount Everest or Siachen Glacier, or that type of cold regions, Anubandham, you have to know the consequence of it. Such a high altitude and all, the topography or whatever you call, it is totally different, no? Then Kshayam, what health wise, energy wise, we lose if you go to that. Then the Himsa to our own body will be there. Himsa also to the people at home, कि तू गया पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं. Then finally, the most important Paurusham. Can you withstand to that cold temperature? Can you climb those heights where every meter there is a oxygen deficiency is there? Huh? You have joined a trekking expedition group and you stayed there for 2 3 months. They thoroughly trained you and gave you certificate that you can, like the astronauts. They are for years trained. Every test is done. When they are found to be fit, then they are included. So too in the army. है ना? ना पिस्तौल उठाना आता है, ना इसको लोड करना आता है, ना रिकॉयल प्रोटेक्ट करना आता है, ना शूटिंग. बट आई वांट टू जॉइन आर्मी. और दिस एग्जाम्पल, अब बस निकल पड़ा अभी फ्लाइट में, दिल्ली उतरा, वहां से और कुछ ट्रांसपोर्ट लिए एंड इवेंट देर स्टार्टेड क्लाइंबिंग. 1 किलोमीटर के बाद ही हैंड कीपिंग दैट फीट इन दैट कोल्ड आइस एंड ऑल, फ्रॉस्ट बाइट हो गया, दामुक उठ गया. हाउ मेनी पीपल गो थ्रू दैट मिजरीज देयर? दैट्स ए तामसिक कर्म. एन एग्जाम्पल. Anubandham he has not seen, Kshaya he has not seen, Himsa he has not seen, Paurusham he has not seen. But then why did he start, sir? Mohad. He's such a deluded fellow. Somebody told without thinking, he said, yes, चल ठीक है मैं करूँगा. You are a human being, तुम्हारे दिमाग होना चाहिए सर पे, out the shoulders. So how can you do anything with your delusion, half knowledge, without taking the consequences into account, without seeing how many people you are troubling because of that? है ना? Anything. है ना? अब कितना एग्जाम्पल्स बताएं. Even the government also gives permission license for all these drinks and liquors. अब उसका अनुबंध आपको देखना चाहिए, क्षय आपको देखना चाहिए, हिंसा देखना चाहिए. And people, youngsters, when they're having all these drinks and drugs, their minds and intellects and their abilities and sharpnesses, which are useful for them and for the whole globe, not only the country, are they not getting destroyed? But the government says हमको इतना revenue मिलता है, therefore we give license. How can you give license and permission for the intoxicating drugs and drinks? For that matter, even the variety of so-called entertainments, cinema and all that, इससे कितना नाश हो रहा है देखो. The biggest loss is you are going away, youngsters, from the culture, from the traditions, from the human dignities, from the spiritualities. You are becoming day by day Rakshasa Dushta only because of all that. So, therefore, that giving permission is called Tamasic karma. And involving in them is also Tamasic. मोहाद आरभ्य थे उनको तो अकल नहीं है गवर्नमेंट को हमको अकल नहीं है then as born as human beings in India in Sanatan Dharma possible to even scale the spiritual heights up to moksha we are living like worst rakshasas animal beta youngsters you have so many people to misguide you destroy you right from government up to your own parents because they are also in moha but you have to be wise to mind your life have your own properly guiding teachers, gurus, swami, acharyas, and have your own shastra studied. Get yourself guided properly. Don't do tamasic karmas. Don't have the tamasic jnana. Let the jnana be sattvic, कर्म भी सात्विक. आपकी मर्जी है कहना हमारा काम है जिंदगी आपका है संवारो बिगाड़ो इट्स योर चॉइस डन डन नाउ लेट अस डू द नेक्स्ट एस्पेक्ट तो ज्ञानम सात्विक राजसिक तामसिक ओवर Karma, sattvic, rasic, tamasic, over. Now, what is the third thing Krishna promised to say? Karta. Karta, the doer, the individuality, also can be sattvic karta, rasic karta, tamasic karta, depending on his own attitudes. So, the knowledge, the action, the attitude. Karta. So, today we will see the sattvika karta. Okay? So, let us chant this mantra 4 times. Then I will tell you the literal meaning. Time permits, little more. If not, tomorrow. Start. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Geeta Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः मोक्षसन्न्यासयोगः अथ षड्विंशतितमः श्लोकः श्रीभगवानुवाच श्रीभगवानुवाच अमुक्तसङ्गो अनहं वादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते मुक्तसङ्गो अनहं वादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते मुक्तसङ्गो अनहं वादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते मुक्तसङ्गो अनहं वादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते कर्ता सात्विकः उच्यते he is called as सात्विक कर्ता individual the result also will be beautiful the first one is mukta sangha he is a mukta sangha means what he is not uh, attached to the action because he likes it, or he is not averse to action because he hates it. The raga dvesha is called sangha. He is free. Then how is he doing? What's the prompting action, prompting thing in him for doing that action? Because it is dharma. Because Shastra told. because it is spiritual evolution, because it helps the world. So that is the one who is free from the sangha. The karta should be free from the attachment to the karma because of raga or dvesha. He should do the karma because it is dharma, because it is shastrokta, because it is in the evolution, because it is helping the world, because I am given that opportunity, because I am put there. Like I am doing these classes. I should not give up this class out of hatred, or I am not doing it because I like it or attached to it. It is a sacred work. The Lord has given me. You know? So in doing this, there is a service to the Dharma, to the Sanatan Dharma, to the Shastras, the Seva to Rishi Parambara, to my most beloved youngsters. You all. This is the attitude. I am not attached to this. ऐसा मुझे होना चाहिए. First is Mukta Sangaha होना चाहिए कर्ता को. One thing. Second is Anahamvadi. Aham aham vadanam sheelam yasya ahamvadi yasya na asti saha anahamvadi. So ahankara is not there in him. That I am the doer. Like in this case of class, if you all are not there to listen, if I am not given this knowledge by my Guru Parampara, and if all this setup of online classes, all so many people are contributing in the happening of this. So how can I say I am the doer? Right from Paramatma, all the Devatas, entire Graha Nakshatra Taraka Gana, the Prakriti, the government, you people, how many number of people are the part and parcel of this happening? I must realize it. सब कुछ प्रकृति ने सहाय किया. अगर भूकंप हो गया, मानो तूफान हो गया, do you think I will be able to do this class? You are not coming. Will I be able to do this class? And inside me, the devatas are angry. Therefore, khasi, sardi, जुकाम वो लोगों ने दिया. Or my Agni Deva says no more speech. If he withdraws, if the Brahaspati withdraws from me, then my thinking will not be there. My knowledge will not be there of Gita. How can I talk to you? If the Chandrama becomes angry and makes my mind disturbed too much, agitated too much, negative too much, अरे इतने देवता लोग हेल्प कर रहे हैं मुझे. I have to realize it. And continuously the Guru Parampara is working through. है ना? भगवान व्यासा, Lord Krishna, Geeta Mata, all of them are not there. From where this knowledge will come out through this mouth? So anahamvadi. Never ever say I am the doer. It is happening through you. Be grateful for the Lord that He is using you to do His work. As a result, He is giving you the अंतःकरण शुद्धि. तो सात्विक कर्ता अहंकारी नहीं होता है, अनहमवादी. He does the best action in the best attitude, and when it comes to the claiming of it, he doesn't. The best is Hanumanji. Mukta Sangaha. He is not attached to that work for his own raga dvesha. ये भगवान का कार्य है. राजा सुग्रीव ने ऑर्डर किया. He does it. In that, there is a safety or protection for Sita ji, benefit to the dharma. Therefore, Mukta Sangha Hanuman ji ने किया. And Anahamvadi. Yesterday we saw what did entire group led by Jambavanji said. What he said? प्रभु की कृपा भयउ सबु काजू. अहमवाद नहीं है वहां. भगवान की कृपा से सब हो गया. जन्म हमारा सफल भाज. Our janma has become safala. Here the Prabhu is both. Sugriva is also Prabhu as a king. Sri Ramachandra is Prabhu only for the whole universe. तो भगवद अनुग्रह राजा का अनुग्रह परमिशन. So anahamvadi there, our Jambavan. Second thing. Third is dhruti samanvita. Fourth, utsaha samanvita. Fifth, siddhi asiddhyoho nirvikara. The one who has got dhruti, patience and perseverance. Tomorrow I'll explain more on that. In this dhruti also again three types. Sattva, Rajasic, Tamasic. It will be told in the next shlokas, few shlokas. So the third one is what? Mukta Sangaha, Anahamvadi, Dhruti Samanvitaha. I'll explain it tomorrow. Then Utsaha Samanvitaha, you know the word meaning. And what is the need of it? Tomorrow we'll see. Then the beautiful one is what? Dekho, doing is in our hands. How much the result will come? 100%, 90 or 80, or 100% failure? We don't know. Siddhi or asiddhi. Nirvikara. I am doing for the doing sake. Such karta is sattvic. Doing for doing sake. How it results? We don't know. Like I am doing this pravachan. Honestly from the heart. So that my dear youngsters get a chance to listen Gita. Now the siddhi or asiddhi. So siddhi, many youngsters come listen and get benefited. Asiddhi, nobody will come. मेरे को क्या का मेरे हाथ में नहीं हो. What's in my hands I can do. Nirvikara. In the same way, in all our activities, when we are not disturbed by the failure nor overexcited by the success, we are sattvic karta. You know the last three things. Dhruti Samanvitaha, Utsaha Samanvitaha, Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikara. Little more we see tomorrow. Then we'll take up a discussion on who is a Rajasika Karta. Then who is our friend? Tamasik Karta. जब भी तामसिक कहते हैं ना इतना खुशी होती है कि अपन के बारे में भगवान कृष्ण ने कहा गीता में. देखो देखो कृष्णा स्पोक आउट टू मी इन गीता. अरे कहाँ कहाँ देखो तामसिक तामसिक बोल रहे हैं. He knows me, he loves me. So tomorrow we'll see the Rajasic. After Sattvic completely done. Day after we'll do the Tamasic. Then Buddhi three types, Dhruti three types. Then the Varnashrama, each of their duties. And then summary of the entire Gita and all Shastras as sadhana. Then भगवान says to Arjuna, बेटा मैंने जो कहना था कह ली, सोच लो समझ लो और कुछ प्रश्न है तो पूछो. But decision is yours, action is yours, life is yours. यथेच्छसि तथा. Then Arjuna replies, I have understood, I will do what you say. Then Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra, this is how the discussion between Krishna and Arjuna happened before the Yuddha. That's why all your chal of destroying the inspiration in Arjuna was thwarted by the Lord through his Gita. And therefore, Arjuna could fight so well. And today you see the falling of Bhishmacharya. That's how this Gita ka Arjun कृष्ण के बीच में ज्ञान जिससे अर्जुन को फायदा हुआ. All that Sanjay telling to Dhritarashtra, and we all are the beneficiaries because Vyasaji has written it in Mahabharata and gave us. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate. Sri Ramacharitamanasa. Panchama Sopana. Sundara Kandaha. So let us do this portion of Sri Seetha Mata's Sandesha to Rama through Hanumanji and her status and position as asked by Sri Ramji. So वहाँ से हम पढ़ते हैं from the third doha, sorry chaupai, we'll chant up to the 31st doha. Take 1 or 2 minutes. ओम नाथ पवन सुत कीन ही जो करनी सहसहु मुख न जाई सोबरनी पवन तनय के चरित सुहाये जामवंत रघुपति ही सुनाये सुनत कृपा निधि मन अति भाये पुनि हनुमान हर्षि लाये कहु तात के ही भांति जानकी रहति करति रक्षा सो प्राण की नाम पाहरु दिवस निशि ध्यान तुम्हार कपाट लोचन निज पद जंत्रित जाहि प्राण के ही बाट चलत मोहि चूड़ामणि दीन्हि रघुपति हृदय लाई सोई लीन्हि नाथ जुगल लोचन भरिवारी बचन कहे कछु जनक कुमारी अनुज समेत गहेहु प्रभु चरण दीन बंधु प्रणतारति हरन मन क्रम बचन चरण अनुरागी केहि अपराध नाथ हौ त्यागी अवगुण एक मोर मैं मान विचुरत प्राणन कीन्ह पयान नाथ सुनयन नि को अपराध निसरत प्राण करही हठि बाधा विरह अग्नि तनु तूल समीरा श्वास जरई छन माहि शरीरा नयन स्रवहि जलु निज हित लागी जरई न पाव देह बिरहागी सीता कही अति विपति विशाला बिनहि कहे भली दीन दयाला सीता कही अति विपति विशाला बिनहि कहे भली दीन दयाला निमिष निमिष करुणा निधि जाहि कलप समबीति भेगी चलिय प्रभु आनिय भुज बल खल दल जीति सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Now Jambavanji talking to Rama. First he told how Sri Rama Bhaktas, Rama Bhakta blessed by Rama becomes successful on those 10 12 activities. We have told all of that. Now this particular action is accomplished by Sri Hanumanji going through such a tough challenges. And Hanumanji is narrated on the way back to all Vanaras. They all know. So now that point, in short, Valiji, sorry, our Jambavanji is telling Rama. In that saying, Jambavan is Nishkalmasha Nirahankari, 100% creditor he is giving to the actual doer Hanumanji. These are all the lessons we have to learn. This is how we have to keep our mind, heart empty and clean and pure all the time. So, Natha Pavanasuta Keen Hijjo Karani. What a great doing Hanumanji has done. Sahasav Mukha na jai so Bharani. With thousands of mouths also, it cannot be described. है ना? Right from the first step of agreeing and taking the initiative. And then chalang lagana. That much we know. That itself was so terrific. Then he narrated to us the whole thing. The Mainaka Parvata. How he lovingly touched it and said, Ramakajukine min Mohika Mishra. Then how Surasa came in between and troubled him. How he became bigger, bigger, bigger and became small, entered a mouth and came out with intelligence, cleared that obstacle Rajaguna. Then how Simhika came to, he intelligently thought over, it's not the time. Night I will go. And also not in big form, small form. When he waited in the evening, started entering, how Lankini stopped him. And then Hanuman Lankini Samvada, how beautiful it is. And he gave her also Gusa. She was happy. है ना तुलनता ही सकल मिली जो सुख लव सतसंग. Then we have seen Hanumanji's Chan means searching for mother. Before that, meeting Vibhishan and all. And then all places he searched for. Nowhere he found Sita ji. Finally, in that Ashoka Vatika. And how intelligent he was. To be so small he is. Then first he threw that Angutha, what Ramaji has given. Mudrika. Then she saw it. Then he started singing Sita, Rama glory and Charitra. She asked, who is that? Who is seeking so beautifully? Why is not coming in front? Very mighty. Hanumanji comes down there. She becomes little doubtful. Then he says, Rama Duta Mahima tu Janaki, Satya Sapata Karuna Nidhanaki, Ya Mudrika Matu Mai Ani, Ramadina Kahi Sahadani. Ramadina Tumakahi Saidan. All beautiful things. What Hanumanji every moment did the works with his intelligence, with his devotion. Purna Bhakti Hriday mein and Purna Jnana Buddhi mein and physically what to do. All that. So, thousand mukha also you do Varnana, it's not enough. In the way he consoled Sita ji, gave her courage, etc. And thereafter, you know, breaking the Ashoka Vatika, finishing so many Rakshasas, talking to Ravana, educating him. Then when the tail was burnt, how he burned the whole Lanka, again went to Sitaji, took the Muchodamani, came. All this Karani, Nobody can do, and nobody can do Varnana of the glory of it. Thousand mukha also we can't do Varnana. So, having said this, he continued, Pavanatanayake Charita Suhaye. Not only this particular episode, even before, whatever the Hanumanji's Leelas were, right from his birth onwards, all of that Hanumanji narrated to, sorry, our great Jambavanji is narrated to Lord Rama. Pavanatanayake Charita Suhaye, Jamavanta Raghupati Sunaye. Jambavanji told to Raghupati Ramaji. Then what Rama did? Sunata Krupanidhi Mana Ativa. Listening to all that, Ramji's mana was so happy with the purity, intelligence, devotion, hard work of Hanumanji. Therefore, Puni Hanumana Harashi Hiyalai. Then, with so much of Harsha and Ananda, Sri Rama took Hanumanji to his heart. In general, Hanumanji's glory, particularly in accomplishing this almost next to impossible task, and which is so dear to Rama, that Samachara of Sita ji, कंसोलिंग ऑफ सीता जी, इसके लिए तो राम जी जी रहे थे ना, तो वो वाला काम जब हनुमान जी ने किया, हाउ मच आनंद आई विल हैव. एंड व्हेन यू आर एक्सट्रीमली इन आनंद एंड कृतज्ञता एंड प्रेम, हाउ डू एक्सप्रेस दैट जॉय, ग्रेटिट्यूड एंड लव? इन दैट एम्ब्रेसिंग. हरषि हिय लाए, हिय मीन्स हृदय में. So in that hridaya alingana, two things happen. Lord Rama takes that bhakta into his heart, HART, and always is mindful of him and puts himself in the heart of the bhakta. That the bhakta now never forgets the Lord. बढ़िया है कि नहीं वो वाला? राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो. तो हम हनुमान जी से पूछते बट हनुमान जी के हृदय में राम लक्ष्मण सीता. श्री राम जी इज एंटर्ड. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ हनुमान जी को आज्ञा किया. देन ही आस्क्ड, कहा होता था, ओ माय सन टेल मी, कि ही भांति जानकी, हाउ इज सीता जी, कि ही भांति जानकी रहती, हाउ शी इज स्टेइंग देयर, करति रक्षा स्वप्राण की, हाउ शी इज प्रोटेक्टिंग हरसेल्फ, शी इज ऑलवेज अलोन. प्राण का रक्षा उन्होंने किया कैसे? These next portions are very touching. Today I'll touch it little bit, tomorrow more detail. So Hanumanji is also so poetic, so simile example. See how Sita ji is staying and making her life sustain. Both of them are explained by Hanumanji in a very poetic manner, in a beautiful example. Simile. He says, say, Nama Paharu Devasanisi. So day and night, Mother Sita ji is taking your name. That your name, Rama Rama, is the Paharedar, the watchman. Divasanisi Tava Nama Paharu. Paharedar. Listen fully, then you will understand. So Nisi Devasa Nama Paharu. So day and night she is going on chanting Rama Rama Rama. It is acting like Paharedar, the watchman, the guards. One thing. Second is what? Dhyana Tumhara Kapata. So always in her mind, she is doing dhyana only on you. She is doing dhyana only of you, related to you. So that is what now, if the nama is the Pahredar, the dhyana on you is what? Kapata. Kapata means the gate. So watchman is there, gate is there. Third one, Lochana Nijapada Jantrita. So her eyes are looking at her own feet. Okay. The eyes are looking at her own feet. That eyes looking at her own feet is like that of okay, mhm, uh, mhm. That itself is like jantrita means yantrita karna. Yantra means tala, locked. Having told this, her looking at her own feet, bending the head, is like the locking. Her dhyana on you is like a gate, big one, and taking your name is like paredar. No place a person is inside. Okay, and where is inside? That room is with the door closed. One, it is locked. Two, Second, third, there is a watchman outside. Is there any chance for that inner person to go out? He cannot go. Okay. Now, what is the inner person here? The Sita ji ke prana, life. See the beauty of Hanumanji's explanation. What she is doing, he told. In that only, how he is protecting her life, he told. In a different manner. Her prana wants to go away, but they cannot go away because it is locked. Because her eyes are only looking at her feet, sar jhukakar. Then her heart is filled with always your dhyana. That is called kivad, the door closed. Then she is taking your own name. So, taking your nema, doing your dhyana, and putting the eyes on the feet means not looking at anything external. In this way, she is staying, and in this way, she is surviving also. So, this stay is real stay, this survival is real survival. And therefore, the question asked by Hanumanji is, Jahi prana kehi bata. How can her prana go out? That is why she is not dying, otherwise she would have died long back. उनका प्राण बाहर नहीं जा रहे, क्योंकि प्राण बाहर जाने के लिए तो दरवाजा भी बंद है, पहरेदार भी बंद है और लाकड़ भी है. And what is a lock? Lochana Nijapada Jantrita, total withdrawal from the world. Then what is the door? Dhyana Tumara Kabat. And who is the watchman? Divasanisi Tava Nama is the Pahredar. Now you have to think as youngsters to feel the meaning of it. Same way when Seetha Sandesha Sri Hanumanji tells to Rama in the next portion, she also tells the same type of feeling. मैं क्या करूं, मैं एक ही अपराध करी हूं, मर नहीं गई हूं आपसे दूर होते ही, और मेरा कारण मैं नहीं हूं कारण. They are my eyes are the कारण, that they have still the asha that you will come and give darshana. Therefore, even though I wanted to die, I could not. No, such a poetic it is. No modern poet of anything of the world can write this way, as it is written by Tulsidas or said by Hanumanji and Mata Sita. Very, very poetic, very sublime, very emotional. No, even to explain people like us, we have to do lot of upasana of Rama and Sita and Hanuman and be in that contemplative mood. Then they will give us right words and examples to convey to you. Not an easy thing, but very touching. So Nama Paharo Divasanisi, Dhyana Tumara Kapata, Lochana Nijapada Jantrita, then Jahi Prana Kihibat. How can the life go away when the strongest locks of her eyes are on her own feet or your feet? Then the heart is meditating on you and there is name going on. तो प्राण बाहर नहीं जा रहे, तो आपका नाम उच्चारण करते हुए, आपका ध्यान करते हुए, बहिर्मुख नहीं होता हुआ अंतर्मुख रहते हुए वो जी भी रही है, उनका प्राण भी सस्टेनिंग. दिस व्हाट डूइंग, दिस हाउ शी इज अलाइव. If these three are not there, she would have done. Then dead. There's no question of what she's doing. Think about it. Tomorrow we'll see little more. Then what Hanumanji replied. Sorry, what is Sita ji Sandesha he brought, that he will tell. Om हम पढ़ेंगे. Thank you. ओम शांति शांति. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात सज्जन शांति मम प्रयात शांतो मुच्यते वंदेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् मुच्यते असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमयं पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. That's great. Friends, thank you. See you tomorrow. God bless.